profiles. And I bet a buddy I could date the 5 most popular by views girls on one site, and I won that bet. I had traded in the minivan by then. I'm a quick learner. I was a different person by now. Everyone bugged me to put all my secrets into one book. My online success changed my entire confidence. In fact, my whole life. I was a changed man. And just when I thought it couldn't get any better, I got a message from a beautiful, deep, exciting, edgy girl whose body a friend of mine described as mathematically improbable. She was the star of an ABC dating show. She read my profile aloud on air on ABC and invited me to come meet her on the show. We did, and we ended up dating for 8 glorious, passionate months. Me, remember, minivan man, overweight, balding, broke. Now with a gorgeous TV star, a woman who utterly changed my life, and I had thought no one would ever date me ever. What I want you to understand is that mastering online dating didn't just change my dating life. Mastering online dating improves your entire life. When you use the system, you gain choice, and so many dates, you feel way more confident, which in turn makes you even more attractive. It's a beautiful circle, because if one date doesn't work out, you'll have a backlog of 20 other women. If you do this right, it's a new world. So let me take you for a minute into this new world. I'm going to walk you through the 3 biggest mistakes guys make and give you some of the secrets I've developed for flipping these mistakes around into strengths. Men's mistake number 1. Men seek her approval rather than getting her to seek yours. So this is probably the biggest mistake men make, but it's also the easiest and most powerful one to reverse once you understand how. Listen. In every profile, guys lay out facts about themselves. That's how men naturally communicate. We transmit data. What's worse, though, is that they do so in a, hey, look at me, I'm trying to impress you without seeming like I'm trying to impress you kind of way, which translates into just 3 words in a woman's head: needy, weak, loser. Oh, okay, 2 others, right? Uninspired, and again, boring. What's really painful about this is that this kind of man is obviously seeking the woman's approval. He wants her to find him to be amazing and validate his insecurities by her interest. Sadly, she sees 100 profiles like this every day, and worse, this never works. But you can reverse the common approach and stand out from every other man. Instead, you can get women to seek your approval by conjuring up an image of an awesome woman who is exactly what you want. I call it build her and she will come. The first benefit of describing your ideal woman is that the exact kind of woman you want will see herself in your words. So before you even meet, she will feel understood, visioned, and appreciated by you, which is incredibly romantic to them. And you're the magic man who did it. The second benefit of this power flip is that it also serves as a filter to prevent the women you don't want from writing you. In this case, if you write "joy swims around you" as a description of her, then women who think misery swims around her, they won't write to you, which is good. You don't want them. If you say positive and cheerful in your profile, the cynical woman won't write. If you say edgy, sexy, and cool, then the prim, uptight girls won't write you. You lead, they follow. Let me show you. Here's a profile I crafted in particular to attract the most beautiful, young, ambitious girls who would look up to me from day one. I had just come out of a relationship and just wanted some happy younger women to hang out and to travel with me. So I wrote, I am a man at the height of my powers, and you are a young beauty at the threshold of your possibilities. What turns me on are people whose hearts are deep and loving and who dream big and will work hard to see their visions come to life. Too many people are jaded or negative, but you aren't, and neither am I. We will dream together, but with me, you'll get mentorship, creativity, strength, and the wisdom of the battle won. Would you date me? Probably not. But I received over 2,000 emails in 5 months from that one on different sites. College girls, right up into wonderful, accomplished professional women. There are so many women looking for a kind, guiding hand from men, as I described, and plenty of bright younger women I learned who don't care anything about age. I pre-valued the right kind of woman and gave her something to strive for rather than the boring laundry list of look at me qualities most guys use in their profiles. This makes her want your approval and validation and creates attraction rather than you seeking hers like everyone else and repelling her. This is a different game, and in this game, you now have the advantage. Mistake number 2, telling rather than showing. This one I already gave you a bit of a taste of, but let me go a bit deeper here. Most guys just dryly list their favorite places or things to do. Like they'll say, I've been to 27 countries, which sounds like I'm a big boy, which is inevitably flat, boring, and unemotional. Remember, a big reason why she's online is to imagine, dream, fantasize, and hope. She desperately wants to escape the otherwise boring tedium of day-to-day life. So the trick here is to draw them into your wonderful life with all the sensual sights, smells, and sounds you can conjure. I will assume you already know that women are deeply sensual creatures. Before I give you some examples about how to wake them up, I want to teach you the 2 principles behind this technique. First, show don't tell. There is no better writing principle than this in general. Second, create a movie scene, but do it right. Think, what would you rather see? Scarlett Johansson describing how she got seduced or watching Scarlett Johansson getting seduced? Okay, bad example. Either would be fine for me. But you get the idea. Women will get drawn into your profile through story, through scene, through sense detail, not description. Smell, sound, visuals, textures, not by just dryly explaining things and listing things. This is why this romance novel principle works so well. Here's a scene I used that has a bunch of little triggers hidden in plain sight. Ready? I like to explore foreign cities by day, poking in and out of the little bakeries, tasting strange and scary new delicacies. Then go back to the hotel, rest up, cuddle up, dress up, and hit the town for fun and laughs. So many triggers. Again, I connected food and sensuality, exploring, posting, tasting, delicacies, semi-subtle, sensual. The word scary suggests boldness and excitement. Cuddling up is a polite way of saying romantic sex in a foreign city. Dress up? Well, they love to dress up. And after all this, what are we doing? We're having fun. We're laughing. We're going out for a night on the town. Innocent. That's just the beginning. I'll show you how to be the script writer of her fantasy. You have the power in your hands. And don't worry. If Paris is out of your budget, I'll show you how to describe a weekend by the lake with the same alluring detail of sensual pleasure and touching, enjoying each other in every enticing detail. Mistake number 3, being sexual instead of sensual. Remember, as guys, we don't need a lot of warm-up. Actually, most of us don't need any warm-up at all. A woman can come up to us and say, hey, want to have sex? And it's on. Women, obviously, are totally different. They need imaginational stimulation well before they consider getting sexual with most guys. Unfortunately, most guys are utterly clueless about this and how to do it. They try to take the conversation or email communication in a baldly sexual direction, too quickly, too overtly, without any build-up or anticipation. This is the thing women complain to me most when I ask them about online dating. The result, these guys get labeled as a creep, losing their chance at ever talking to her again. Let me show you how to do this right. How to lead her erotically. Women are yearning out there for great lovers and for men who know how to do this. That doesn't mean you're going to declare yourself a monumental pounding cocksmith. It means you will show her that you know how to slowly romance a woman into erotic release and surrender. How to take her deeper and deeper into her imagination. You must layer in sensual rather than overtly sexual suggestion into your communication. It shows you are awake to your senses. Now, one of the best and easiest ways to do this is through food. So, I wrote something. I don't go for loud clubs. No, it's a great night to me, sauteing some wild Pacific salmon in butter and serving it up with a sexy burgundy with a few intimate friends out on my deck. Did you catch all the triggers? What do they hear? First, butter. But they also hear that you're the host, that you have a deck, that you have friends. All very good. Now you're not a lone wolf, some strange guy online. And the wine is what? Very carefully described as sexy. You're creating a sexual, sensual environment for her to step into without mentioning sex at all. Or, by the way, depending on where you live, you can write, I don't go much for them fancy places with tablecloths and such. Few things give me more pleasure than to grill up some fresh-caught possum and skunk sauce and ketchup and serve it up with some Ripple for a few of my boys. Okay, Arkansas, nothing personal, but you all get the idea. Adjust the details to your microculture. It's not about being fancy. It's not trying to impress her. It's about communicating the key details of sensual awakenedness, good friends, homey warmth, whether it's salmon or a nice skunk tenderloin. Now, I'll give you dozens of examples of how to do this and really whet her appetite. I'll give you more than that. Here's how you can hijack 10 years of my research to begin attracting women online tonight. I wish I had more time to show you everything you can do to attract beautiful women online. So I've done the next best thing. I've actually compiled everything I know, from how to craft a perfect profile that attracts the exact type of woman to you, like a moth to the flame, to how to scribe irresistible emails so that she responds with curiosity and laughter, all the way to inviting her into your life, your bedroom, and your future. And I've laid it out in a very easy step-by-step process you can use to begin attracting women online as soon as tonight, even if you suck at writing and can barely send out a decent text message right now. You can have the entire deep online attraction system. Yes, the techniques I've shown you so far are great, and they work. They will give you a boost in your online dating ventures, but the truth is, if you only rely on these few techniques I've showed you, it'll be like canoeing with a hole in your boat. You've got to patch all the holes, or you'll go online every day and you'll get frustrated and failing. You'll get into your cold bed alone at night, every night, without all those girls online you want, and you'll wonder how your life could have been different if you just did online dating correctly. Constructing an effective profile and guiding a woman through the initial email process into a sizzling first meeting, it's like building that leak-proof boat. If you miss any of the essential steps I'm about to lay out, you'll sink. That's why I gathered everything up into one clean and easy system. Download it, and in 5 minutes, you'll get the perfect profile in 30 minutes or less. I'll show you how to create an immediately seductive profile that has your type of woman flooding your inbox with excited emails. Again,